Hi everyone, and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars mid-size vehicle for the Vulture Droid as it appeared in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Here's a look at the packaging. The image of the Vulture Droid here is very cool. The overall look and colors of its packaging are also visually striking. So this thing came out a few years ago as part of the mid-size Star Wars vehicles lineup, and I think it looks really good. It was a update to a previously existing deluxe size Vulture Droid that came out back in the 2005 Revenge of the Sith line, which itself was a repaint of a previously released version that came out back in 1999. And I picked this up recently at Kmart as they were running a special very recently in which you would get two mid-size Star Wars vehicles for the low price of $14.99, which was a killer deal. And this thing was bundled with Cad Bane's Xanadu Blood. And, which is really interesting considering that these vehicles haven't been out for a few years. So they must have had tons of them lying around at some warehouse, or maybe Hasbro had a bunch of them, or, who knows. But either way, that's a killer deal for this. And at that price, I couldn't pass it up. And to give you a sense of scale, here's a look at the Vulture Droid compared with a standard size Battle Droid figure. Looking at our Vulture Droid here with the original release, you can see that the difference in size is quite immense. Definitely the new one is far more intimidating looking than the original. Alright, just to give you another angle of the vehicle, it looks really nice. I like the paint on here. Just the shades of blue and silver and, dark gray that they used, really nicely painted. I like how you can see the separatist type markings on the wings, and it just looks really nice. So as I mentioned, the droid here is in walking mode, and the head on it, bear with me here, the head on it is articulated as well. What you do is you simply press it down, and it just pops in place there. And if you want to release it, you'll notice on the underside of the vehicle, right there's a button. Simply press that button and the head pops right up, and you can also spin it in whatever direction you wish. So really cool that they did that, and also made it articulated. Really makes me like this vehicle even more. Now to get the wings / legs in place, you'll notice that there are a couple of small pegs and tabs. What you just want to do is align them top to bottom, and you can press them in just like that. Do that on that side, and then we will also do that on this side here, like that. And to complete the look, what we need to do now is press the all the hinging in like that, and just kind of snaps in place there, with the little grooves that are there. I'll do that on this side as well. And there you go. Now it's in flight mode, which is way cool, and I think really amps up the play value of this thing. Now that being said, I do find that they're still a little bit flimsy. But, there's only so much you can do when you're going to add that, walking feature into here. But, for the most part, it seems to be holding, fairly decently. And, I think it looks good. I think that's probably the biggest drawback, though, is that the legs are just a little bit too flimsy, given all the inner workings and hinging and such for the vehicle. And yeah, but even so, once you have it just kind of folded up, it definitely looks really good like that. As long as you're not really messing with it, just have it on display, I think it really looks quite good. And we'll bring back in the smaller Vulture Droid, its baby brother. And, again, size difference and overall aesthetics are very vast between the two. It's very clear which one is the updated vehicle. And like with nearly all Star Wars vehicles, of course, the obligatory launching missiles are there underneath. And to activate those, you'll see that there are two buttons on either side of the head. Simply press, and away they go. And you know what's extra cool is that they give you 4 extra missiles. And you simply attach them there to the legs. And they just snap in with these little brackets that hold them in place. You just pull out and then you know, just press it back in. And you know what's kind of cool about these little missiles being stored down here is that I find that they really help when you have this thing in walking mode, just to kind of give it a little bit of added weight. It makes it a little bit more rigid. That way it doesn't fall over quite as easily. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars Vulture Droid. All in all, I really like this. I think the biggest thing that this thing has going for it is the aesthetics. It just looks fantastic. It's sculpted nicely. It's painted very, very nicely. I love the articulated head, and you know, the fact that you can make it either walking or flying. You know, just really adds to the play value and makes it a lot cooler. That being said, I mean, the legs are a little bit flimsy. It is a little bit hard to stand, and when you pop them back in to get into flight mode, you know, it's still a little bit hard to keep them, you know, centered. But, you know, all in all, I really, really like this, and I definitely think it's quickly becoming one of my favorite Star Wars mid-size vehicles. It's just way cool, and, you know, I think this would look great in pretty much any display diorama, or, you know, if you have them posed on a bookshelf or something, it's going to look great. Highly recommend this, especially if you're a fan of the prequel trilogy, or, you know, Separatist, Battle Droid type stuff. You know, this is really, really cool. Thanks for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.